So if you've ever watched a video on this channel, you probably noticed how big of a Weird Al fan I am. I mean, look at... Oh, hang on. I'm sorry about that. But no, I'm a huge Weird Al fan. I've been to over 50 shows. I'm not sure what number I'm at right now. Anyway, for the last 20 years, I have traveled all around the country going to his concerts. To most people, that's a little bit weird. I guess it's just one of the things that I do. So I wanted to tell this story. A week before this happened, I was actually out on the East Coast, and I traveled all the way to Michigan, probably like 5 or 6 shows, something like that. Flew back to Minnesota, and I was only home for 1 day. And then my friend Jason and me jumped in the car and drove 12 hours to Central Illinois for a show. And from there, we were going to go up to Milwaukee for another show, and that was going to be it for the year. And I understand 12 hours for a Weird Al show sounds a little crazy, but for me, this is not out of the ordinary. And we took Jason's car because mine was kind of acting up at the time, a detail that is very important in the story. And it was Jason's first show, scored second row seats. The show was awesome. We met Al and the band afterwards. Amazing experience. And the next morning we head out for Milwaukee. There was a lot of road construction going on, so we ended up going southbound instead of northbound on the highway. It took a few minutes for us to realize this. We start seeing signs for, I think it was Memphis, Tennessee. Looking for the first exit, pop on that, pull a U-turn, head north, easy day. Finally, we come across an exit, and it merged onto a 2-lane road. And right at the merge, there was a cop sitting there, probably just a speed trap. And up ahead, I saw a left turn. So I flipped the blinker on, as one does, and I come to a stop waiting for traffic coming the other way. And I see in the mirror, this cop races up behind us, lights going, the whole 9 yards. I don't know, maybe I just came off the exit too fast. So I finished making the turn, and up ahead was a large open gravel area. And this turnoff was filled with the most cops I've ever seen in one place. Just a big open area just filled with cops, right? K9 unit, the whole works. And keep in mind, I've got a cop behind me. So I pull in there. What else am I gonna do? Am I gonna keep driving for a quieter spot? Something told me that wouldn't go over very well. So here we are. I'm cool despite all this. I mean, unless it's a crime to travel cross country to Weird Al shows. So we're obviously not who they're looking for. They'll see that real quickly and we'll be on our way. No. The cop comes out of his car, approaches us. We've got our licenses out. We got the registration card. Only the cop doesn't ask us for our license and registration. First thing he says is step out of the car. Okay. They immediately separate me from Jason. They kept him by his car and the interrogation began. So what are you doing all the way down here from Minnesota? Oh, we're just down here from Minnesota going to a couple of Weird Al concerts. The next one's up. Nobody drives that far for Weird Al. Oh, well, I'm sorry, but that's what we're doing. Are you kidding me? Look through my bag. There's ticket stubs. There's a digital camera in my bag with pictures with Al and the band. And throughout this whole thing, there's the biggest German Shepherd I've ever seen. Jaws about 7 feet long, sniffing at my crotch. And I'm 6'2", and the back on this dog was up to my waist. And there's cops going through Jason's car. Our stuff is all torn up into the back seat. Dogs from the K9 unit are just tearing everything apart. And the cops are like, you better pray that the dogs don't find anything in this car. After explaining our situation, things finally start to seem to kind of calm down. I feel like they're coming to the conclusion that we're not who they're looking for. It's starting to look like they're believing us. And then a plane flies overhead. And the interrogation starts again. What is that plane doing there? How am I supposed to know? What do you know about that? Nothing, but at this point I'm fed up. And I stupidly said, how do I know? I'm not flying the damn thing. That didn't go over well. It just became a broken record at this point. You know damn well what's going on. And finally I said, you won't find anything. Your dogs aren't gonna find anything. Oh, you better pray that they don't. Meanwhile, Jason's getting interrogated for the same thing. Only to make matters worse, they find something in his trunk. Cop brings me over to the trunk, making a huge deal about it. They point at the thing in his trunk. Did you know about this? What's a tracking bug doing in your trunk? Sir, that's a relay switch for his blinker. There's nothing to find here. You would have found it already. All we want to do is get to Milwaukee for another Weird Al show. Oh, if you're smart, you'd stick to that story. Let's get the hell out of Illinois. And we drove away. And you thought I was just clickbaiting you. Come on. I mean, this whole encounter took about a half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. Felt like an eternity. What were they looking for? I I don't know. Our guest to this day is Jason's car just matched the description of someone they were looking for, probably a drug bust. And we were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, I hold no ill will to the police of this particular town. They were just doing their job, and we just happened to get caught in the crossfire. And now Jason and I have a funny story to laugh and reminisce about. I mean, as scary as it was, I mean, kind of make the best of it, right? But my big takeaway is apparently Weird Al tour chasing makes you a huge criminal. So as a public service to my Weird Al brethren out there, with Al doing another vanity tour this year, many of us are going to want to go to multiple shows because different set list every night. Be careful out there. Our addiction may sometime catch up to us. Don't get caught. They'll take you down. And Al, if you're watching this, see you in a couple of months. These are the things we go through for you. This video is quite a bit different than anything I've ever done before. I got the idea from Mr. Gigi on his live channel. His video, Worst Driving Experience. Honestly, that's one of the funniest videos I've seen on YouTube in a long time. It's basically just a real unfortunate story while traveling on the road. And that video inspired me to do something like this. And hopefully you found my misfortune entertaining, because that's what I'm here for. Hey, just so everybody knows, I opted not to give the name of the town in this video out, and I don't want to send any kind of hate message towards the police department of this particular town in Illinois. Like I said in the video, they were just doing their job. Jason and me aren't mad about it, so why should anybody else be? That's all this is for entertainment purposes. And I just wanted to tell an entertaining story, something that happened to me out on the road. All right. Thanks, guys. Anyway, if you liked what you saw here, hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. But for now, I'm done here.